ready when you are. Let me know when I'm live. Okay, hi everybody, good morning. Sorry about the slightly delayed start on a Saturday morning. Thanks for joining everyone that has either come back or it's your first time. Welcome, and we're so happy to be hosting family yoga, which is a bit of a new strand to the yoga that MoreYoga is offering. My name is Kelly. It's a half an hour class, so it's quite short, but we will jam pack it with lots of breathing exercises which will help to firstly energize you, but then also relax you, and some shapes to move the body in different ways, to stretch your muscles, to strengthen your muscles, and to balance and test concentration as a family, but also individually as well. So don't worry if you're really new and haven't ever done yoga. This is like really suitable for every single person, whatever level, whatever style you usually practice, whatever body, whatever age. It's all good and suitable for everyone. So if you have a setup that you can do in a circle shape, that would be awesome, because you can have mats kind of together, so you're a little bit connected as a family, because the big aim of this class is also to connect you as a family again. I know you're all living together and lots of time spent together, but just connect in a different way, to freshen up the atmosphere and just to have a little bit of fun together as a family. So try to organise it in a circle. If that's not possible, then mats side by side. If you have cushions or a block or something like that, then that's awesome, because you can use that to start with. And we will begin either sitting on your mat or your block or cushion. And as you do that, we'd like you to ground your seat bones really onto it, so you can feel them squishing down like you're on sand and they're imprinting into the sand. And your legs are nice and loose and heavy. If cross-legged is hard, you can just have your legs straight out, or just like a loose cross leg. We won't be here for too long. And then we're just going to start by rolling the shoulders, 5 big circles one way, and then 5 big circles the other way, just to ease out the week. Probably been hunched over the desks, laptops, and then we're going to lift the shoulders up to the ears, and then we're going to let them fall. We're going to lift them up to the ears and let them fall. This time we're going to add the breath, so we breathe in through the nose, we hold them up, we let the hands be really heavy, and then we breathe out and let them fall. So the yoga practice is a lot about inhale and exhale, so breathe in, hold the shoulders up, breathe out through the mouth. One more time, breathe in, hold them up and breathe out. See if they're just a little bit lower than they were before. The next breathing exercise we're going to do, short one, but one that's going to also help to open your shoulders, is we take some sort of big circles. So we take an inhale, we lift up, and we exhale to bring the arms behind us. And breathe out as the fingertips reach the mat. Take an inhale to lift, fill up, and exhale to breathe out. Take 2 more, like a big stretch, but big circles. Big exhale. Good. One more, really open up. Breathe out. And then this time the hands are going to stay behind you. You're going to bring your feet out if they're not already out. I'll come to the side so you can see me. Hands can be flat. And we're going to squeeze our shoulders, and we're going to take a breath in. Squeeze it, and then breath out to round. Breath in to squeeze, lift your heart. Smile to the sunshine, hopefully up above, or to the universe ahead. And then exhale. One more. Squeeze the shoulders. And then exhale. Then we're going to now lift up our legs. So we're on our seat, on our cushion, on our mat, on our towel, whatever you're using. See if you can lift up your legs, and perhaps you're facing your feet into your families, so you're all in a connected foot circle. and we're going to lift here. We're going to squeeze our belly, so the first of our belly exercises to get a bit strong in our core. And we're going to hold here for 5, lift through the heart, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Staying up here, we're going to shake our hands and feet out, okay? A bit like we're flicking water off our hands and feet into this space to our families, okay? So reset, bring the feet down, and then start to lift up again. If it's too much with the feet high, you can just have them off a tiny bit. Otherwise, we come back up, squeeze your belly button towards your spine, and we're going to shake for 10. Ready, steady, go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. This time we're going to do it for 8, and I would like you to angle yourself to someone else in your space and really think of that imaginary water being flicked off for 8, okay? So really get onto your seat. This is not just a core exercise, it's a balance exercise, and it's an awakening fingers and toes exercise. So let's go. Ready, steady, 8, 7, join in, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh. Hope your belly is awakening up. I know my muscles really feel that. Okay, we'll do it 2 more times. Find another angle on your mats. Lift up, see if you can really balance if you fell last time. And we'll do it for 4, so a bit quicker. Ready, steady, go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good, guys. This also gets a bit into your leg muscles. These are called your quads. So you're also strengthening them. 1 more time for 2. So this is where you can go a little bit crazy, but you're still grounding your seat bones and balancing through your core. So although your hands and feet are moving, you're still trying to keep strong in your center, which is a lot about what yoga's about. So let's lift up. Ready, steady, a 1, a 2. Very good, everyone. Hope you're a bit more awake. This time, we're going to come and sit on our shins like this, okay? So we're going to find ourselves on our cushions, and we're going to take a deep breath in, a deep breath out. And if you've been here before, you will remember our lion's breath. Lion's breath is a great awakening breath. I'll demonstrate it first, and then you have a go. So you're using your lion pause, your lion face. You close everything off, including your paws, and then we take a big release as we open our mouth, our tongue, our eyes, and our paws. And we kind of like roaring out. So find yourselves on your mats. I'll do 1 demonstration. Unless you've done this before, you can join in. Otherwise, you can watch and see how silly I look, and then you can join in, okay? So we take a big breath in. And this is so good to open your jaw, open your tongue, open your big fiery claws, and see if you can stare at someone in your space and see how they look. Okay, so let's all just have a go. Don't worry about how silly you look, the sillier the better. So let's take a big breath in, open out, yes. 2 more times. Big breath in, big breath out. Yeah, 1 more time. See if you can catch the eyes of someone else in your family. Ready? Big breath in. Go for it. Yeah, so that's our lion's breath. Gets you awake, it gets everything in the face moving, it gets the hands moving, and it's a really funny one to do first thing in the morning. You can do it in front of the mirror as well. So now we will bring those lion paws under our shoulders, and we'll bring our knees under our hips. If it hurts your knees, you can fold the mat, or you can place your cushion under your mats. And now we're going to do some shapes. So some of you will recognise these if you've done yoga before or been with me before. But this is a tabletop position where we imagine we have a glass of water balancing on the middle of our back. So we don't want to be like this or too lifted, because it has to be nice and flat. So see if you can find a flat spine all the way from your head down to your tailbone. Squeeze your core in like we did earlier, and really bring the hands so they're nice and flat on your mat. So they're really widely spread, and you can see your hands really printing down onto your mats. And we'll take our cat-cow shape. So this is an inhale then to lift up, and then an exhale to round, like an angry cat shape. If any of you have cats or have seen them, they really round when they're feeling a little bit angry, chin to chest. Inhale, we lift, we breathe, and then exhale, we round. So we're opening our spine and our back muscles. 3 more. Inhale, breathe. Enjoy this. Exhale, round. 2 more. Inhale. Feel that awesome open. Exhale. Good. 1 more inhale. And exhale. Nice. Now come back to that flat table. We're going to try a balance this time. So this time we're going to try and you need to bring the left knee in slightly, and then you're going to extend the right leg back, and it's really strong, like it's being pulled out of your hips. And then your opposite arm, so your left arm, is going to reach forward, so you're flying. And see if you can find a point of focus on your mat. This is about test of concentration and balance and getting your core a bit strong. We'll take 3 breaths. 2 more. And 1. And then slowly come back in. Good. How did you get on with that? If you feel that you need to readjust to do the other side, what's really good about yoga, we always have to do 2 sides. So we get to learn from one side and then use what we've learned to the other side. So now, we will take the left leg back. We extend it. We lift up through the belly, so we're not dipping down, and the hips are the same level, more or less, than each other. And then we take the opposite arm, so the right arm. We find our eyes ahead, and we take 3 breaths. One more, and then slowly come back. Nice, everyone. How did you get on? How did you do? Now we're going to come back into our rock. So our rock shape is with our hips back towards our feet, and then we extend our hands forward. This is sometimes called a child's pose. So it's really awesome to stretch all the back. And when you're here, you can rock over your thighs. So you can really feel the muscles stretching. If you can reach your forehead onto your mats, you can also roll your forehead, which is really nice if you get headaches or migraines, just to decompress. You can also bring your hands beside you and roll the shoulders over your thighs. And just take a few breaths here. What's really nice about our rock, or child's pose, sometimes called, is that it's quite a safe spot. So if you find yourself getting a bit worried and anxious or stressed, which definitely at the moment is quite a big thing that we have going on, and a lot of people are worried and stressed about many things. So this gives us a nice connected, safe spot to be in. You can come to your mats, you can come to the ground, you can go into a rock, and you can feel safe and secure. So always come to this if you feel a little bit worried about things. And let's take 2 more breaths here. And now we're going to slither into our Cobra. So we take as we breathe out, we slither our body forwards. And then we lift our heart and we take a breath in. It doesn't need to be high. We can have our hands further forward if it hurts, or be on our forearms. And then we take a slither back. So rest the belly down and then slither back to your rock. Take a slither forward. Then lift up Relax the shoulders from the ears, press down the legs into the mat, and then breathe out. And stretch your hips back. 2 more, slither forward, or you can just breathe out, but snake sounds are optional. And then lift the heart, take a breath, hold it here, and then breathe out. Snake out. Last time, you can stay with doing it on your mat, or if you can come and slither around your room. So slither off the mat, find a family member that you're slithering to, lift up, see if they're opening their chest, have a look to see if their heart is opening, see if they're relaxed, their head, so they're not holding anything. And then take a slither back, all the way into your rock shape. Nice, and that's an awesome one to open your chest and just to feel that space. Take 2 breaths in your rock. And let's bring our hands forward again. Spread our fingers wide, lift your hips up to your dog. If you're like me and love dogs, then this is a nice fun shape to be in. So this shape stretches the backs of the legs, the back of the body, all the way down the hamstrings and calves. Hands are about shoulder distance and feet are about hip distance. And if it's too strong with the legs straight, then really generously bend your knees towards your body. Take 2 breaths here. Feel like you're ripping the mat apart. And then start to wag your doggy tail. So often when dogs are happy, they wag their tail. Dog sounds are optional. If you have a dog in the home, they might join in as well. And just take a few wags to stretch the side body. And now, either if you want, you stay with your dog, or you can walk your dogs. Walk them off your mats, walk them around the room. Use your bellies to balance, because if you find someone that's also next to you, you can try giving them a high five with your front paw, and then walk around the room. Use your bellies. Maybe you can give someone a high five with your back paw. See if you can tap toes. And just take a few breaths just to explore moving in this funny shape. Keeping the back of the neck heavy, so you're not hurting your neck. Take a few more breaths or a few more little walks around your space. Hope everyone's enjoying their little walks. And then just breathe back on your mat. Take a big breath in, a big breath out. And once you arrive back on your mat, we're going to step our right foot forward, drop onto our knee, our left knee, and we're going to lift our hands up. And we're going to take 3 breaths here, pressing the left knee into the ground, opening the left hip. Breathe into the back of the heart. 1 more breath. And then bring the hands over the foot, step back to your dog. Take a big breath in, big breath out. Step your left foot forwards gently onto that knee so you don't hurt your knees. And then again, we lift through the fingers. 3 breaths. 2 more. Really press that right knee into the mat. 1 more. Inhale, come back to your dog. And now we're going to walk the hands back to your feet. So we're in our swinging tree. So here the knees can be bent and we start to swing the branches of our trees. We relax the back of the head. You can also hold your elbows to feel heavy. And if you suffer from lower back pain, this can feel awesome. Feel the stretch of those muscles all the way down the back body. Now either stay here or you can take the hands up, maybe catch your fingertips and see if you can bring the arms up and over the head. And that gets into your shoulders. Maybe you want to move the shoulders side to side. Whoa, that's a really good stretch if you're rounding over your desk all week. And And really open all the body. Take another breath here. And then release the hands back to the mat. In a minute, our swinging trees get a big gush of wind which lifts the branches up and we come onto our tippy toes. So this is a bit of a balance, okay? So staying low, we're going to take a big breath in and balance at the top. Ready, steady, breathe in, lift up, come onto the tippy toes, find your focus ahead of you, test your concentration, and then the big gush of wind goes back down. Try that again. Take a big breath in, lift up, catch your focus, catch yourselves on the tops of your feet, squeeze in, and the gush of wind. One more time, and we're going to hold it a little bit longer at the top. Take a big breath in, lift up, holding for 3, for 2, for 1. Good. Now bring your hands on your hips, and I want you to inhale slowly up using a flat back. Good, and you're up here. Shake out the feet, the hands. I hope everyone feels a little bit more awake. We have 2 more shapes to do. If you've been here before, you might remember our aeroplane. Our aeroplane takes flight. So we plant the right foot in, and this one you can do facing each other in the room, because you're going to, in a minute, if you can, connect your aeroplane wings. So we plant our right foot in, we start to lift, we start to hover that left foot back, we take our prayer to our heart, and we see if we can focus on something ahead that helps to keep us really balanced. Maybe you have a really long line. You use your core and you're strengthening that standing leg. Maybe, if you feel balanced, you can open your wings, catch someone's fingers, maybe ahead of you, maybe out to the side, or maybe you just want to fly yourself somewhere really lovely. Take 3 breaths here. 2 more. And 1. Slowly land back. Very nice. How did everyone get on? So we're going to try the other side. Use what you've learned to the other side. Remember, we print the foot in and we inhale and we lift up. And if you fall, it really doesn't matter. You just come back in. That's just life. So let's take our left foot forward, take an inhale. We exhale here and we inhale to lift. See if you can first place your prayer to your heart. Really engage the leg muscles and really make that leg really strong, and maybe open your wings. Take 3 breaths. If you fall, it doesn't matter. Just come back in and join in. 1 more breath. Slowly land back down. Yeah, nice. Now, I want everyone to take a big star shape, really wide, open, stretch the heart, open the back of the body, the front of the body, and then take a big hug. Do that 2 more. A big stretch, maybe you catch someone else next to you. Big breath in and a big breath out. Hugging yourself is also very nice. 1 more. Open up. Big breath out. Lovely, everyone. Okay, now I would like you all to please gather on one of the mats in the room or in the center of your room, and I'd like you to go back to back with your family. So if you've been here before, you'll remember this. If you haven't, I'll explain this very special breathing exercise. So we're going to start back to back with our families. So we start to feel each other's back bodies, and we start to feel each other connected to shoulders and back muscles. If there's 2 of you, then you go back to back. If there's more than 2, you snuggle together so you're forming a little circle facing back. The aim of this breathing is to breathe together, is to connect the inhale, the breathing in, and the exhale, the breathing out. And that's the key. So to do that, you need to be really connected and together. You need to be still, you need to have your eyes closed, and you need to feel each other. Feel each other's presence, feel each other's breathing. So just start by just breathing together. Maybe it's not at the same time, but you're just connecting to the idea that your shoulders are going to start to lift and fall. Maybe they're already connected and breathing at the same time. The key here, and this is one you can definitely practice, is to just cultivate silence. So this is one you can practice when we've finished this class all together. So I'm going to leave a count of 5 breaths in utter silence, and I challenge you to try as a family to do this 5 times together. 1 breath in, 1 breath out is just 1, and then try it again for 2, and see if you can do this. Have a go, everyone. And when you have finished, you can just let the breath come back to a normal rhythm. You can stay where you are, supporting one another, knowing that in these times everyone has personal struggles and difficulties, so it's so important to look after each other, be kind to each other, and support one another through these challenging times. Now, I would like to finish by saying something that makes you feel really happy. So you can either stay where you are, bring your prayer to your heart and just say it in your head, or maybe you want to tell people in the circle something that makes you feel really, really happy. And maybe it's something nice about each other. That would be really sweet to do this morning. So just either say it to yourself or say it to someone in the room. And once you've done that, just come back to your circle or into a space by yourselves. Let's all take a big breath in. Let's all take a big breath out. And keep in your heart that very one thing that makes you feel happy. Make it fill your bodies and fill your hearts and bring it out into the days ahead of you. We finish with a bow and we say namaste as a closing word to finish our practice. And we say thank you for everyone that joined me at MoreYoga, that joined other families this morning, and most importantly, just for coming and joining your family unit and being together. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you learned some techniques or shapes or breathing that you can do. We've worked through quite a lot this morning. The lion's breath we started with. We did our rock and our cobra. We have done our dog, our swinging tree. We have done our aeroplane shapes, and then the last connected breathing exercise together. So all these you can take off, use, especially the last one. It's awesome to see how much you can build the breathing. So you can try for 10 breaths, for 15 breaths, give yourselves a few times a week when you do this and challenge yourselves. I'll be back on Tuesday next week. Next week I thought we would look at doing some hip openers, so some seated poses to open through our hips, some fun things individually but also as a family. If there are any requests, please comment and drop some information or comments or questions into the little messenger box to tell me how you got on, or if there's anything you want to know more about or do more of because it's your class. And I'm wishing you otherwise a brilliant Saturday. I hope you can get at least some fresh air for a bit and cultivate some of our techniques that we did through the morning, and have a great rest of the day and the weekend, everyone. And also I did want to say, if anyone has the ability to buy a block or cushions or things that can really help the practice, that's a really good way to start, because sometimes when we're new we need a little bit of props or support for under our knees, or eventually when we're doing different poses where we might need to rest things on our hands. So they're really useful to use different props that you might want to bring into your practice that can be really helpful for your bodies to do. And of course, if you don't have a mat, then mats are lovely, supportive to have for the practice as well. But otherwise, of course, using the floor, using towels and anything else is really, really perfect as well. So thanks all so much for showing up and coming. If you're still busy doing yoga as a family, then that's so nice, because it's such a great time to, especially if you're just together already in your gym kind of clothes, mats all around the room, just enjoy each other, enjoy creating shapes, enjoy breathing together and manifesting a fresh atmosphere into your room as well, which is always really nice and healthy. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone.